As the company that once fueled the PC revolution struggles to establish a long-term identity, we rank the 3 CEOs of the 43-year-old firm according to their hits and misses. Bill Gates. In 1981, Microsoft released its first system software, MS-DOS. Made to run on IBM personal computers, it marked a seminal moment for the firm's eventual domination of personal computing. This was the precursor to Windows. He also gave the Internet a face in 1995 with Microsoft's web browser, Internet Explorer. Gates failed to foresee the rise of Google. The feisty startup beat Microsoft's terrible MSN search, and Microsoft is still playing catch-up today with Bing. In 1998, the U.S. Department of Justice filed antitrust charges against Microsoft. The charges were brought to determine whether Microsoft's bundling of other programs into Windows constituted monopolistic actions. The suit was brought following the browser wars that led to the collapse of Microsoft's top competitor, Netscape, which occurred when Microsoft began giving away its browser for free. And it got messy. The case lasted for 3 years. In that time, Gates stepped down. Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer started out as Microsoft's first business manager, eventually taking the reins after Gates' departure in 2000. He's probably most remembered for his excitable and loud manner of speaking. He once said of Gates' departure, "I'm not going to need Gates for anything. Use him, yes. Need him, no." Ballmer tripled revenues and doubled profits for the company over his years as CEO, proving himself as the sound businessman who shepherded Windows and Office over the years. However, Microsoft stock sank 36% during Ballmer's tenure amid multiple missteps by the new CEO. He burned through billions while trying to kill Google with online services. He was so obsessed with Google search that he missed the boat on Android. And he laughed at the iPhone when it was released.
What was your first reaction when you saw that?
$500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said, that is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it not a very good deal.
Ballmer's bungling led to versions of Windows Mobile that desperately tried to make the stylus-based software finger-friendly. It was eventually replaced by Windows Phone in 2010, but now that's dead in the water. Ballmer's final calamity was the Nokia acquisition, which ultimately wasted around $8 billion. Satya Nadella. Indian-born Nadella led the creation of Microsoft's cloud computing services in 1992. He went on to become CEO in 2014 at the age of 46. Satya has a natural ability to work well with lots of people, to tell people they're wrong in a nice way, and to let feedback come through to him more than I did, said Gates. In his book, Hit Refresh, Nadella explains that he set out to do 2 things: maintain what Microsoft is good at, which is build new technology, but also get the company's teams to work together rather than hold each other hostage. Much like a web page when you hit refresh, his philosophy is that some things stay the same and some won't. To the surprise of many, Microsoft has recently added and expanded support for rival platforms, including releasing Office for iPad. Microsoft is now at an all-time high, worth just over $600 billion. In 2014, Nadella drew a backlash when he gave advice to women seeking a raise in the tech industry. It's not really about asking for the raise, but knowing and having faith that the system will actually give you the right raises as you go along, he said. He later took to Twitter to apologize.